After Boruto revealed his new Rasengan in the second chapter of Two Blue Vortex, everyone's gotta have one question on their minds. How strong is teenage Boruto? Today, I'll be breaking down everything we know so far about Boruto's power in the time skip, all of his ninjutsu, shinjutsu, and more coming up in just a moment. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button down below and let me know in the comments if you think he can beat Code in the next chapter. So, Boruto's power comes from two main sources, his karma mark placed on him by Momoshiki, and his vast array of ninjutsu. Let's start with his karma. The karma mark grants Boruto space-time ninjutsu and chakra absorption, which allows him to teleport anywhere he wants across dimensions and nullify all ninjutsu-based attacks. That alone is pretty broken, but we're only just getting started with what the karma has to offer. Possibly the biggest perk of the karma is its true essence form. Since the karma is a compressed backup of an Otsutsuki's DNA, fully tapping into its power grants you their accumulated battle experience over thousands of years. In Boruto's case, this exponential increase in battle strength put him on par with Code. The two of them traded heavy blows before Boruto was ultimately hindered by Amados meds, allowing Momoshiki to emerge. In addition to combat experience, Boruto's True Essence Karma also activates the Byakugan, which grants him a nearly 360-degree field of vision, the ability to see chakra flow, and X-ray vision. And if that wasn't enough, his karma is now fully uncompressed, making him 100% Otsutsuki. This should have increased his power even further and granted him a plethora of new abilities, such as the power to conceal his chakra signature, flight, immunity to omnipotence, and possibly even the Rinnegan. Now, I just had an interesting debate with someone online, and that now leads me to the next topic. Is Boroshiki also considered one of Boruto's powers? In my opinion, I feel like Boroshiki is his own separate character. Boruto doesn't have any control over when he emerges like Naruto did with Kurama, and Boroshiki has his own separate goals and plans. Considering Boroshiki's feats in battle to be Boruto's as well seems a little disingenuous, but it's certainly something enemies need to take into consideration when facing against him. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below in the comments. I'm really curious to hear the discussion about this. Moving on to Boruto's ninjutsu, there's definitely a lot to cover here. Being the son of Naruto and Hinata, the grandson of Minato, and the student of Sasuke, it's really no surprise he's become as strong as he is. Starting with the basics, Boruto can perform ninjutsu from 3 different chakra natures: lightning, wind, and water. This gives him the ability to launch anything from thunderclaps and water bullets to wind stream and Rasengans at his enemies. He's proficient with weapons like shuriken and a katana, showcasing how far he's come against Code's Clawgrime in the recent chapter when he slaughtered half a dozen of them in seconds. He can also use the iconic Shadow Clone Jutsu and even had a snake summoning in the anime. As far as Rasengans go, you could consider Boruto an expert. It's no surprise when he comes from a long lineage of Rasengan users. Starting off, he has the base Rasengan, an incredibly difficult jutsu to learn created by the 4th Hokage. Its power has the strength to send opponents flying away or bring them to their knees, which was his father's main form of attack. Purely by accident, Boruto also created the Vanishing Rasengan by imbuing his early attempts with lightning release. This change in chakra nature results in the Rasengan becoming invisible, which is ideal for launching surprise attacks and catching enemies off guard, one of which even worked against Momoshiki himself. Next, he created the Compressed Rasengan, which is a far stronger variation than the others. This S-rank jutsu was capable of piercing through Deepa's near impenetrable carbon armor, of which a base Rasengan was virtually no match for. When tapping into Momoshiki's DNA and chakra reserves, Boruto can also use the Massive Rasengan, which he featured in his final encounter with Kawaki before the time skip. And finally, the Rasengan you've all been waiting for. Uzuhiko Rasengan, or Universal Rasengan, is a Rasengan that spirals chakra around your entire body rather than just your hand. Think like Neji's palm rotation in that it almost creates a force field around the user, but it's far more potent. We may not have seen it fully used yet, but Boruto seems to be implying that this Uzuhiko Rasengan has the power to make light work of unlimited Code. Someone who's stated to be stronger than Jigen himself. Many people are comparing it to Sasuke's Chidori stream, and I honestly can see the resemblance. It's gonna be awesome to see this jutsu used in action. And of course he has the mysterious Jogan, although not much is known about its power and abilities yet. All we know is that it can detect dangerous chakra and dimensional portals, but that doesn't stop fan theories from going wild. I've heard Jogan theories range from time travel and space manipulation to even mind control. We've been waiting near 5 years since the Jogan was last referenced at all, so the jury is really out on whether or not this will be making a return anytime soon. Now, all of that being said, do all of these powers make Boruto the strongest shinobi in history? Well, we don't know yet. It's hard to say. There's no denying he's one of the greatest shinobi to ever live, and a genius along with the likes of Itachi and Minato. Of course he has the potential to become the strongest, and there's more of his powers we still have yet to learn about. But in his current state, I think I can confidently say that he has not yet surpassed Naruto at his peak. That of course being his Baryon mode form. The way he's talking to Unlimited Code like he could body him with ease is definitely scary though. This kid is a savage and not to be messed with. I have a feeling he's closed the gap on Kawaki too in terms of power. Kawaki has the upper hand thanks to Sukuna Hikona, but Boruto is probably on the same level now. I can't wait to see what their fight looks like. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching to the end. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out, boys.